Hello, fellow introverts. This is Christian again from The Attractive Introvert. And today we're going to be talking about how to tell if a woman is interested in you. And that's important because women in general are going to be more subtle in showing their interest compared to men. So we need to figure this out when we start talking to a woman that we are interested in. But before we get into these 10 things or 10 ways to tell if a woman is interested in you, I want to let you know that I just got my email address for this channel and wanted to share it with you. So if you want to email me in regards to a specific dating situation you're going through or went through it, you're not sure how to handle it, or a general dating related question, email me and I will respond and maybe even make a video about it. So email me at christian@attractionforintroverts.com and I will get back to you personally and maybe even make a video from your email. So starting that is new. So now on to our topic for today is how to tell if a woman is interested in you. So when we start talking to a woman, just in generally, just casually, typically our interest is assumed and implied. So women are really good at picking up whether a guy is interested in them or not. So the way they're talking to them, for example, if a guy goes up to a woman, in public, right? And they don't know each other, I mean, the woman is gonna assume, oh, this guy's interested in me. He's talking to me. He came up to me, right? And even more so if you ask for her number, she's gonna know you're interested. But on the other hand, typically women do not go around going up to men or asking for their number or teasing them if they don't know them or, bantering or anything like that until they get to know them or if they like them. So typically, we need to kind of play a little detective and find out if she's actually interested or not. So with that said, we're going to go over these 10 things on how to tell if a woman is interested in you. So let's go ahead and start with that. Number 1, she gives you her number when you ask for it. Or better yet, she gives it to you without you even asking. But most of the time, that's not going to happen. Typically, if you ask for her number and she gives it to you, it could be a sign that she's interested, but it could also be that she's friendly or wants to remain friends with you. Or maybe she really is not interested in either of those, dating or friends, but she doesn't want to cause a conflict or be confrontational or anything like that. So she gives it to you, but doesn't intend in responding. So that's a possibility. So just to kind of back up a little bit, with these 10, any single one, for the most part, is not going to be able to tell you if she's interested. Typically, you got to look at least at a few of these 10 to see if she's interested. If there's, of course, the more signs there are, the stronger the evidence that she's interested, right? So keep that in mind as we go through this list. So number 1, she gives you her number when you ask for it, okay? Number 2, she texts back at all or keeps texting back and forth with you. So let's say you did get her number and you sent her a message and she responded. Then that means she could be interested, particularly if you're chatting back and forth. You started a conversation, you're starting to get to know each other a little bit over text, then that could be a sign that she's interested. Typically, women that are not interested are going to ignore you. They're not going to respond. They may respond with short words, not ask you anything back. So that sort of thing. But yeah, so she texts back and keeps the conversation going at least, or asks questions back when you ask them through text, okay? So number 3, she asks or mentions to hang out with you. So whether it's in person or by text, if she initiates a conversation of, hey, we should grab coffee sometime. Oh, hey, we should do this together. Oh, you know what? I've been wanting to go here and I haven't gone. We should go somewhere. or we should go there someday. So she mentions something like that. That means that she is looking forward to hanging out with you. Okay, really good sign there of interest. Okay, and this could be either initially when you start talking to her, or as your dates go on and she mentions the idea of hanging out again. That means she wants to keep seeing you. Okay, so anything like that. She mentions of a future plan with you. Okay, so that was number 3. Number 4, she double texts you. So let's say that you send her a text and you're busy, you haven't responded for a couple of hours, and she texts you again, then that means she's probably thinking about you. She's looking at her phone waiting for you to respond, and she's wondering what you're doing, what you're up to, why you haven't responded. And generally speaking, this is kind of, I'll make a whole video about this, but generally speaking, the less you text, the more she's gonna be interested, because the more you text, the more she's going to be thinking about you, wondering what you're doing, wondering why you haven't responded. She's going to be looking at her phone waiting for your response. So when it comes to texting women and attraction, less is more. But that's a topic for a whole nother video. But for now, she'll be thinking about you. And yeah, so anyway, she double texts, and that means she's kind of basically you're on her mind. Okay, so that's number 4. Does she double text? 5, she touches you, is playful with you, and or she teases you. So with women, touch is a big deal, even if it's just a little tap on the shoulder or a playful push. When you tease her, or if she asks to see your watch or your ring or any sort of touch like that. That's kind of a big deal to women. Typically, a woman that is not interested in you will not touch you. She'll have no reason to touch you. So why would she, right? In fact, she will try to avoid you if possible. So if she initiates any sort of touch on her own, then that could be a sign of interest. And also if she's playful, so if you tease her or you're playful with her and she plays back, or she even starts being playful or teasing you on her own, that's a strong sign that she's probably having a great time with you, and likely could be a sign of interest. So that was number 5. Number 6, she keeps saying yes to your dates or to hanging out. So let's say that you have already gone out once or twice, and you obviously keep asking her on dates, whatever you're calling them, hangouts, meetups, dates, whatever it is. But she keeps saying yes when you invite her out. That means she wants to see you, right? That means she is potentially interested. And by the way, if you are inviting her out one-on-one, and you are, for the most part, paying for everything unless she offers, and you kind of make the your meetups like shaped like a date, like it's a date, then she will know it's a date. Okay, so women will know that, oh, this is a date. It's a one-on-one, he's paying, that sort of thing. So if she keeps saying yes to your date invitations, then that's obviously a sign of interest, and she wants to keep seeing you. So that was number 6. Number 7, she acts nervous around you. So maybe whether it's her playing with her hair, fidgeting with her fingers, or tapping her leg, or even a big one I think is struggling to keep eye contact, or even looking at you. All these could be signs of her being interested. Obviously, also maybe a little bit of like, it's not shivering. That's like, I think that's for when you're cold. But you know what? A little trembling, maybe, whatever the name is for that. Maybe even a little bit of that. So again, if she's nervous around you and you see those signs, again, could be a sign of interest. So number 8, she looks at you with googly eyes. And this one's a little bit hard to explain, so maybe try to Google a picture or a longer description. But basically, she she has kind of this facial expression of just admiring you. So it could be like she's kind of staring at you for a moment, not in a creepy way, but she's kind of staring at you with a smile together. Then it's basically a sign that she's probably getting to a higher level of interest. She likes what has been happening between you two. So typically this will not happen after, will happen after at least a couple of dates, after she gets to know you and her interest is rising. As long as you're doing everything right, her interest should be rising, and then she'll give you this googly eyes admiration look. Just totally kind of, I'm losing the word here, but yeah, like kind of like a magical moment sort of thing, okay? Especially if you're having a great time in that moment, she's gonna give you one of those looks if she's interested. So that's googly eyes. Look into that more in case I wasn't very clear there, but it's kind of hard to explain. But number 9, she kisses you back when you go for the kiss. So as the guy, you should always go for the first kiss. And I always recommend guys go for the first kiss sometime during the second date, okay? And so again, women typically are not gonna go for a kiss. So if they're not there, they may be interested, but they're not gonna do it. So that's why you should go. You should do it, okay? So if she kisses you back, definitely a strong sign of interest. That's probably one of the biggest signs that we talked about so far. And particularly if you keep going on dates and she keeps kissing you as you go on future dates, obviously there is interest there, okay? So number 10, our last one for today, is she asks, what are we? Or where is this going? She's basically asking you, hey, are we boyfriend and girlfriend, or where do we stand? So this typically will happen after a number of dates. Could be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe more dates. But again, women move slower than men when it comes to romance. So when you are ready, she will not be ready, okay, typically. And that's why you don't want to ask her what you guys are. You want to wait for her to ask what you guys are. And when she does, then you will know that she wants to be with you as in boyfriend, girlfriend, and that is yet the strongest sign of interest. So again, I would probably say number 9 and 10, she kisses you or kisses you back and asks you, what are we? Those are probably the strongest signs of interest. But the others, you kind of have to put them in combination to see, okay, she's only displaying 1, then maybe not very interested. If she's displaying 6 or 7 or 8, then yeah, that's a lot of interest there. So keep these 10 in mind next time you're talking to a woman, or if you're talking to a woman at this point. But either way, I'm gonna end with that. Hope these are helpful. Again, email me at Christian let me say that again. Email me at Christian@attractionforintroverts.com. If you have a specific situation you have and you need help with it, I'll respond and make a video, and we will take it from there. You guys have a great weekend.